Homer unexpectedly became the most impartial referee in the World Cup. Even when a suit-clad man offered him a suitcase full of cash, he remained unmoved.
You don't know the new me of the last few days at all.
During the match, a player desperate to win tried to bribe Homer when receiving a red card, stuffing wads of bills into Homer's hand. But the steadfast Homer simply issued another red card. Thinking the amount wasn't enough, the player kept adding more cash, back and forth, until the red cards and money formed a ball in Homer's hand. Finally fed up, Homer kicked this bribe ball straight into the goal, earning cheers from the crowd for his integrity. Determined to cheat, the suit guy then stuffed Homer's pillow with cash. Sensing something wrong, Homer immediately threw the money out the window. Prepared for this, the suit guy used fans to blow all the cash back inside, only for Homer to turn on his own fan, sending the money to street performers below. The suit guy persisted, sending increasingly expensive gifts, but Homer refused everyone. The real reason for Homer's integrity? His daughter Lisa's school speech titled, "The Person I Admire Most." While other students chose celebrities, Lisa wrote about her father, praising how he officiated her soccer games fairly.
I'm a great school hero.
This speech went viral and led to Homer's World Cup referee position. During the finals, the ultimate test came. The suit guy offered $1 million to ensure Brazil's victory, both a bribe and threat. As Homer hesitated, Lisa appeared, saying she'd always be proud of his fairness. Inspired, Homer decided to pretend to comply while actually staying impartial.
That's all right, Brain. If I die, I'll be doing the thing I love the most.
The match, when Brazilian player Air pretended to foul in the penalty area, Homer refused to call it.
No penalty!
Infuriating both Air, who literally died from anger, and the suit guy. Lisa gave her thumbs up to her principled father. Homer maintained fairness throughout, leading Germany to a 2-0 victory over cheating Brazil. After the match, the suit guy cornered Homer for revenge, but Marge intervened by mentioning his mother, who suddenly appeared, claiming an unpayable debt to The Simpsons.
All that she did was switch seats on a plane.
On a 15-hour flight!
Forced to let them go, the suit guy watched helplessly as justice prevailed once again.
No penalty. Fine!
A prison guard deliberately stuck out his leg to trip a gang member and laughed at him along with the others. However, Homer raised a metal tray and smashed it hard on the guard's head. The outcome was predictable. The gang member watched as Homer was dragged away by a group of guards, and the sound of violent beatings came from inside the room. But it turned out to be the guards vigorously pounding stakes, while Homer pretended to wail in agony. It was all a ruse, a bitter flesh tactic to gain the trust of the mob boss Fat Tony. The gang member, completely fooled, recommended Homer to Fat Tony. Grateful, Fat Tony decided to take Homer along for a prison break. With just a light tap, the prison wall crumbled like paper. Next, to test Homer's loyalty to the gang, Fat Tony ordered him to burn down all the taverns as proof of his devotion. Just as Homer was at a loss, he discovered the tavern was already on fire. The owner, Mo Yan, had set it ablaze himself. Fat Tony then ordered his men to place a black hood over Homer's head and take him to a secret room. There, he cut Homer's finger. Before Homer could figure out what was happening, Fat Tony declared that they were now true brothers. It seemed Homer had successfully earned Fat Tony's complete trust. The next step was to contact the police to arrest Fat Tony. During a crucial deal, officers monitored Fat Tony's every move via radio. The listening device was hidden behind Homer's ear. Unaware, Fat Tony chatted with Homer about their happy life as brothers, while Homer appeared distracted. After so many days together, they had become close friends, and Homer was tormented by the guilt of betrayal. Just before the police arrived, Homer confessed everything to Fat Tony. Shocked, Fat Tony lifted Homer's hair and saw the listening device. Furious, he demanded to know why Homer had done this. Overcome with rage, he suddenly collapsed and died in Homer's arms. Though he had completed his undercover mission, Homer couldn't forgive himself. On a rainy day, he visited Fat Tony's grave with an umbrella, ready to confess his guilt.
I'd give anything to bring you back.
But everything went black as he lost consciousness. It turned out Fat Tony had seen through his undercover identity from the start and faked his death to deceive the police. This time, he was determined to make Homer pay the price. A giant bear suddenly appeared behind Homer. Startled, Homer had no choice but to hide in a filthy toilet. Seeing Homer nearly faint from fear, the bear actually lost interest and walked away. Before Homer could celebrate his narrow escape, he discovered footage of his panicked retreat had made the news, enduring endless mockery from everyone around him.
You cowardly Swede! You faced that bear like a man!
He resolved to conquer his fear once and for all. Homer immediately sought guidance from the most famous hunter and painstakingly crafted a suit of armor. When he proudly demonstrated his masterpiece to his family and announced his plan to challenge the bear in the forest, Marge intervened and stopped him. Forced to wait until midnight when Marge fell asleep, Homer sneaked out to his car, ready to depart, only for adventure-loving Bart to catch him in the act. To keep the boy from blowing his cover, Homer reluctantly brought Bart along. They set up camp in the woods and lit a fire, but the armor made Homer unbearably hot. After Bart mentioned the bear detector hadn't alerted for 30 minutes, Homer eagerly stripped off the armor and jumped into a nearby stream. Just as he relaxed in the water, a massive shadow loomed over him again. Homer turned to see the bear glaring intently before being scooped up and carried to its cave. As the bear roared, poised to attack, it suddenly clutched its head in pain and collapsed. Curious, Homer cautiously approached and spotted a white tracking device on its ear. Suspecting an electrical malfunction, he tested the device on himself, screams in pain, proving his theory correct. The bear, grateful for the human who relieved its suffering, licked Homer's face in friendship. Meanwhile, Bart and his friends realized the detector had died and Homer was missing. As they prepared to call for help, Marge arrived with hunters in tow. Funzo, pleading with them to rescue her husband, unaware Homer and the bear had become allies. When the bear spotted a wildlife sanctuary sign by a waterfall, it eagerly tried to charge forward, but Homer stopped it and tossed a pine cone instead, which was instantly obliterated by gunfire. The lead hunter, noticing 2 sets of footprints, deduced Homer had befriended the bear, but enticed by the $10,000 bounty, he ordered his men to open fire. As the hunters closed in on their hiding spot, Homer remembered his armored suit. The bear clanked out of the bushes wearing it, though forgetting to walk upright. Bullets ricocheted harmlessly off the armor as the bear sprinted to sanctuary. And so Homer, who'd vowed to slay the beast, instead became its unlikely savior. Mr. Burns and his hitman poison Abe's drink at night, but Abe doesn't follow the script. Refusing to give up, Burns and the hitman disguise themselves and infiltrate the retirement home to assassinate Abe. A thrown dart misses Abe effortlessly, escalating into an all-out gunfight right in the nursing home. Fortunately, the nurses spot the intruders and open fire with machine guns, successfully driving Burns and the assassin away. Terrified, Abe rushes to his son's house for protection, but when he explains he was nearly murdered, everyone dismisses it as rambling nonsense. Tormented, Abe confides in his grandson Bart, revealing a shocking secret. He was actually a WWO II veteran, one of 8 survivors sworn to guard the flying hellfish treasure. Now the others are all dead, just Burns and me left. That greedy bastard's been trying to whack me for the loot. No sooner does he finish his story than the air is split by the sudden snarl of a chainsaw.
Now, give me your key to the Hellfish Bonanza.
The timid Abe surrenders the key, or so Burns thinks. Unknown to him, pickpockets it back.
I guess Burns is finally gonna be rich.
Not without the keys, he isn't.
Abe immediately takes Bart to the flying hellfish hideout, where they discover the treasure is 2 priceless paintings, one used as a doorstop. As they admire them, lights out.
I'll thank you to stop pinching my Botticelli.
The vicious Burns steals the paintings and throws Bart into the ocean. Abe dives in heroically to save his drowning grandson. Determined to reclaim the treasure, Abe hooks Burns' boat with a grappling line and leaps aboard for an epic brawl. Abe finally subdues Burns, only for U.S. State Department agents to seize the treasure as stolen wartime artifacts. Though empty-handed, Abe earns Bart's awe. This senile old man was a warrior all along.
I won't get embarrassed. I don't care who knows I love my grandpa.
After Bart suffers a fractured tailbone, the doctor is forced to administer electric shocks to his buttocks and encase him in a full-bottom cast. Unfortunately, the wheelchair-bound Bart struggles to move, and on his first day back at school, he faceplants on the step.
Real help!
Luckily, Lisa arrives just in time to rescue him. Seeing the accessibility issue, she suggests to Principal Skinner that the school should install a wheelchair ramp. Just as Skinner hesitates over the cost, a shady construction contractor emerges from behind a tree and immediately starts building without permission. By the time the ramp is finished, Bart has already healed, but Skinner is still marveling at the magnificent structure. His pride lasts exactly 1 second before the ramp collapses, attracting a flock of pigeons. Why? Because the corrupt contractor had cut corners, using breadcrumbs as filler.
Hand paint and shellac. It's all itemized in this bill.
All billed at $200,000. Faced with the massive debt, Skinner has no choice but to shut down the school.
Field Elementary is closed forever.
But before Bart can enjoy his unexpected vacation, a toy company swoops in to rebuild the school.
Howdy, children. I'd like to welcome you back to school.
At first, the new school seems amazing. Every day is filled with toy testing and playtime. But one night, while on cleanup duty, Lisa notices a mysterious light flickering behind the chalkboard.
They're spying on us.
I see you.
Terrified, she warns Bart that the school is hiding a killer robot, but when they investigate, they only find a fallen mob. Still suspicious, Lisa sneaks into the teacher's office with Bart and uncovers the real conspiracy. The teachers have been stealing kids' ideas to mass-produce a toy called Funzo, claiming all profits will go to the students. Bart is easily bribed with a free Funzo.
But hey, we did screw you a little, so here's a free Funzo.
Deal!
But Lisa realizes the sinister truth. Funzo is designed to eliminate all other toys, brainwashing kids into obsessing over it. Even Christmas loses its meaning as everyone fights over Funzos. So Lisa hatches a plan. Disguise as Santa, infiltrate the factory, and burn the toys to ashes. With Funzo destroyed, Christmas joy is restored, and capitalism's latest scheme is foiled for now. The Homer were hosting guests when, suddenly, the roasted turkey on the table came to life, and 2 puppies crawled out of it. A few days earlier, the family dog had given birth to 25 puppies. Art was thrilled, imagining he'd have the coolest dog army ever. But the puppies caused chaos everywhere, and Homer, fed up, decided to find them new homes. However, Mr. Burns had other plans. He snatched all the puppies into a sack and stole them away.
Let's go find your babies! Dinner's on, dog!
Desperate, Bart and Lisa followed the scent trail to Burns' mansion, where they found him, giving the puppies a bath. Just as they thought they'd misjudged him, they noticed Burns picking out one special puppy, the one that looked like Lori, the jumping flea Khan, a famous show dog. Suspicious, they kept watching and discovered Burns' true plan. He wanted to turn the rest of the puppies into fur coats.
He's gonna make a tuxedo out of our puppies.
After exposing Burns' scheme, Bart and Lisa used socks to distract the puppies, leading them through a laundry chute to escape. But Burns was waiting for them at the bottom. Trapped, quick-thinking Bart mixed Burns' chosen puppy back into the pack, hoping he wouldn't be able to tell them apart. Burns, however, commanded his prized pup to stand up.
Come on, little Monty. Stand up.
Good boy,
But Bart had tied socks to strings, making all the puppies jump up at once.
This can't be happening. They're all standing.
Furious and unable to identify his champion, Burns nearly decided to kill all the dogs, but even he couldn't go through with it. Instead, he had a new money-making idea: enter them in a dog show. Shockingly, all 25 puppies became world champion performers, earning Burns $10 million. Homer was left kicking himself. He'd given away a fortune in prize-winning dogs.
After giving away those $1 million greyhounds?
The wealthy heir Simon suddenly proposed swapping identities with Bart. Turns out they looked exactly alike. Eager to avoid punishment, Bart immediately agreed. He had just sneaked into the reception room and activated all the robotic vacuums, leaving the entire lobby in complete chaos. Even Marge's hair got completely chewed up. The incident even brought the police. After getting scolded, Bart felt his family simply didn't understand him.
No one understands me. Wish I had a different family.
Simon then suggested letting him experience a rich kid's life. Perfect timing. So Homer brought Simon home while the butler took Bart to the mansion. However, Simon quickly found himself uncomfortable at the Simpsons' home. He thought Homer was rude and arrogant.
Keep your meal in your mouth, you semi-literate spew monkey.
Fortunately, Marge's motherly comfort warmed his heart. Meanwhile, Bart wasn't having it easy either. Simon's cruel siblings bullied him, even locking him in a dark closet. Thankfully, Mr. Burns rescued him and warned, "Be careful of your new siblings. They'd kill you for the inheritance." Only then did Bart realize why Simon wanted to switch lives. Coincidentally, Simon's siblings kindly invited him to Aspen for skiing. Remembering Burns's warning, Bart immediately imagined his impending murder. Fear overwhelmed him, yet he had no excuse to refuse. Meanwhile, Simon's unusual behavior made Lisa suspicious. She mercilessly exposed his true identity. With no choice, Simon confessed the truth to the Simpsons. Learning Bart might be assassinated, Homer and family rushed to Aspen for rescue. Searching from the ski lift, they indeed spotted Bart being pushed off the slope. To save him, Homer fearlessly jumped down. The loose snow made them roll into a giant snowball, luckily landing right in a hot spring, unharmed. After this ordeal, both returned to their original lives. Having experienced the dangerous life of the wealthy, Bart suddenly realized how blessed his ordinary life was.
This is the life.